Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today we're going to be talking about the Leatherman Garage. Now, for those that don't know, the Leatherman Garage, in a nutshell, basically what it is a small group of designers or engineers from Leatherman that will be working on either new design multi-tools or tweaking old designs and then putting those into limited production runs of 1,000 units or less in order to put those into the marketplace to for collectors and enthusiasts alike to get feedback from people as to what works and what doesn't work, whether or not they're going to be including new types of tools, new configurations, new styles, or maybe a completely new tool concept. We just don't know. Uh, Basically what it boils down to is that the consumer becomes the R&D department where we will pay for these limited release runs. And I imagine that like the first run of 500 was the Leatherman Mr. Crunch. It ran about $200 from Leatherman. And what we'll see is that probably pretty similar prices with these specialized or limited edition run multi-tools, where that will help pay for the research and development of these different ideas and different designs. I'm completely okay with that. The one thing that I don't like, though, is that they are limiting those runs to 1,000 units or less. I truly believe that if they want to get better feedback, that they should increase those production run numbers somewhere between the 2,000 and 2,500 mark in order to get that those tools into hands of more than just collectors like myself, but more into the hands of enthusiasts as well, who can give some really good feedback on these tools. Now, one problem with limited production runs is that they are so scarce that they become collectors, and people are less likely to really put them through their paces in order to determine what really works and what really doesn't work, because it decreases the value of any one particular tool if they have a very limited run, a very, very limited edition run. And so that's another reason why I think they should increase the numbers. So the first tool concept that came out of Leatherman, this is Tim Leatherman's original, or one of his original designs. This is the Leatherman Mr. Crunch, wherein it has a two-stage plier system where it goes from your more standardized pliers, and then you can fold up and have basically a set of needle nose, though they're not quite needle nose. You can see that they're quite broad at the end. But basically, it transforms the pliers. And with this, the two tools that they added to this are going to be, here, this tool, which is a redesigned micro driver holder that you find in the Wave Charge series. And on the other side, they added in a chisel that also has a cut edge here to work as a package opener. So those are a couple of the tools that they added to this tool, which is based on the Leatherman Free P4. Now, the reason I have this out here is because I think that the reasoning behind the Leatherman Garage, and keep in mind this is just conjecture on my part, is that I think Leatherman put all their eggs in one basket when it came to the Free Series line. Now, it's difficult to say, or it's hard to say that the Free Series is a complete flop. But what I will say is I do not believe that it met their production expectations. The Free Series is useful in a lot of different ways for a number of different people. So if you are a DIYer or just a tinkerer, then this is a pretty decent tool. One of the benefits to this is to be able to quickly access your tools, especially the interior tools, to be able to fan those out, decide what you want, and quickly extract that any one particular tool, instead of having to open up the multi-tool and grab the implements from the inside. And then it has quick access to a lot of the four larger tools on the outside. In the case of the Free P4, the knife blade, scissors, saw blade, and serrated blade. So, and I actually like that serrated blade where they put that more chiseled tip on there. I wish it was a little bit flatter across there, but nonetheless, I thought that was one of the ideas that they implemented into the Free Series originally. That was a pretty decent idea. So I don't think that the Free Series really met the expectations that Leatherman had for it as a whole. And I don't know whether or not that, rumors have it that that has gotten Leatherman into a lot of financial trouble because they put all their eggs in one basket. Is that true? I have absolutely no idea. What I will say is that I don't believe this held up or lived up to what they thought it was going to be. So, based on the free P4, they came out with this tool, which bodes well for the free P4. In the video for the Mr. Crunch, we talked about some of these newer tools and what that might mean for future iterations of the free series itself. Now, one thing I will say that I want Leatherman to not get away from, and that is what made them who they are. So my particular multi-tool is the Leatherman Surge. I actually carry a modified version that I've added an implement to. So the Leatherman Surge, and if you're talking about the Surge, Super Tool 300, Wave, Rebar, all those tools are built incredibly robustly. They're just built stronger. Now, there's one part of the problem that I have with the free series is the fact that because of the handle design and the elastomer bushings that they put into them, they have a lot of movement with them. And when you're using them in more hard use applications, they don't inspire a lot of confidence as something like the Leatherman Surge or the Leatherman Wave Charge series does with its stronger frame. This just, when you grab hold of this, you know that you've got a hold of a very robust tool, where the free series is a little bit lacking in that department. So when it comes to the Leatherman Garage, the idea is that they're going to be taking ideas from their different multi-tools and maybe hopefully coming up with some completely new designs. One thing I would definitely like to see is an update to the Juice series, or basically to have a smaller frame multi-tool, that 3.5 inch frame size multi-tool that is more pocket friendly for light duty carriers, for a good urban EDC carry, stuff of that nature. So that's one thing that one topic or one area that I hope that they broach eventually with this Leatherman Garage concept. So overall, I think the Leatherman Garage is a really great idea, and I plan on making several different videos on some of the ideas that I have in order to really just kind of put them out there. And I would appreciate your guys' input, because the community, the multi-tool community in general, has a lot of very, very good ideas and concepts about what would work and what doesn't work from a marketability standpoint. Sometimes you don't need a tool like the Surge that has that all-inclusive toolbox approach. Sometimes you need a more minimalist approach. Some people just want a really light duty carry. Some people just need a couple of specialized implements to carry with them. There's any number of different EDC carry options that Leatherman could explore with the Leatherman Garage that I think could be very, very useful and profitable for them in the future. So this is just a little bit of a discussion about the Leatherman Garage, a concept that I think is going to work well. I hope so, because this is going to hopefully generate a lot more ideas and concepts directly from Leatherman that will hopefully, some of them we're going to see introduced into regular production run multi-tools in the future. Again, we're going to be we'll be making a series of videos that's going to explore different options that Leatherman can do. And one of the first ones I'm going to tackle myself, what I would like to see changed in the Leatherman Surge, will be coming up very shortly. My name is Ben. You've been watching the Texas Tool Crib. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.